So in this video, I'm going to talk about gangstalking. They expected me to come up with more evidence to prove them wrong when, again, I've told you from the beginning, they can come up with their recordings. They don't want to come up with their recordings because their recordings are based on them talking to me. So they said for 50 years they've been talking to me. Then they said, well, maybe it wasn't 50, maybe it was 30 years. Well, maybe, so what happened 30 years ago? Let's go back in time 30 years. So 30 years would have been, say, 1993 or 1994. Well, what happened in 1993 or 1994, which would come up with their explanation for them doing this? I don't know. They haven't told me. So now I think that now that they're feeling the pressure of proving themselves right, when clearly I've been proven right already. You know, when we're looking in the comment sections of my videos and no one who knows me is commenting, I've been proven right. I'm using thumbnails of some of the worst comments I have. The more bad comments, the more thumbnails I'll have. So they said there was a comment where it says, we know what you did. That was the day when they used my credit card to purchase pot. And I called the bank and reported it. So they were upset about that. But that goes to show that's the second time they did that. They did it once in 2019 when a lot of bad things happened. And I have the playlist for like July 2019, August 2019, September 2019. That's around the time when I had to report to the FBI that my credit card was stolen. So they accused me falsely again of reporting my former employer to the FBI then. But no, we already know it was because they stole my credit card. The other thing is when they stole my credit card last year to buy pot, I should have contacted the FBI about that, but I didn't. I just contacted the bank, and I know that the banks, they have their way of investigating. So a lot of things that I'm saying are provable. The point that I'm making is that when they lie on me and other people don't substantiate their lies, no one's saying, oh, that happened, then it becomes more obvious. Like, why are they lying? They said they did it to connect to me. That's not the way you connect to someone. And I think they're, you know, as I'm doing comments updated playlists, when I'm updating comments on my videos, and they're telling me the truth, they are admitting they did this to hurt me. And if they're capable of doing something so horrible like this to hurt me, where they even acknowledge I was pleading for my life, I was pleading for the life of my family. So they thought I would be ashamed of that, where I even said I thought my former employee would be proud of the way I handled myself during this process on Twitter, under Fashion Fun Fam. I thought I was doing something so positive, and I thought they would be proud of me. They took it to mean I wanted them to continue to harass me, stalk me, hit me with things, or that I was in some way approving of the physical and mental torture they subjected me to. I don't know how anyone could get those two confused. They are completely different things. The other big thing about that, which goes to show my mindset at the time versus theirs, is in the video that I did in 2019, I said, this is above me, meaning this will be handled on a higher level. I'll just report it. I'm not going to act out. And they took that to mean that they could provoke me to a level that I will eventually act out, because that was based on a personality assessment they said they did on me, where I was the type of person to personally act out. But that isn't based on reality. What is based on reality is if I put this out there publicly and I say it in a public way, you can't then change what I've said because it's already been seen by at least one person. It's already been heard by at least one person. So the idea that years later they can come back and twist and distort things to fit their vision, goal, agenda. I hate to say these types of words because they carry such heavy weight to them. But to fit what they wanted to fit means that I'm not just dealing with people who are capable of horribleness, but people who are doing horribleness. So when I say I want these things to be public and heard publicly, not based on what they say I said, but on me actually saying it, so you can hear what they're saying in the background and saying to me, so that it's more of a two-way street as opposed to a one-way street, and they don't agree to it. It proves my point. A lot of what they did was they did this out loud, so I don't have to say to you, I heard it. It was out loud. It was heard by at least one other person in addition to me. Things that I recorded in the street don't have the noise canceling, so people can hear it. I mean, if you don't have I don't even know how they use noise canceling in the apartment, but even that is such a destructive thing to do to another human being, to make someone literally think I'll say she because it's me, is crazy, I don't understand it. It's a level of abuse that unless I went through it, I could never understand. There's a wonderful news report about people in California. Actually, there are 2 news reports based on people who went through something similar in California. And I think that was where I first heard of this,